Hello and welcome to a video that is not Henry Weston's Old Mate, the podcast, but it's something along those lines. I've got my old cousin Pat over there, Spike to many. We are here to announce a charity fundraiser for the year 2023. And it is no surprise that I am putting this video out on what would have been my late father's birthday. So me and Pat and a few others are organising a run to raise some money for cancer research. Dad sadly passed away of lung cancer last year. It would be his birthday today. So me and Pat have organised a running event, and I won't go to you just yet, Spike, because I won't get you to introduce it in case you can't remember what we're calling it. But we are going to call it Kingsdown's Tiny Little Ultra, Backyard Ultra. And it's going to involve running 1.5 miles every hour for 23 hours and then running 3 miles in hour 24 for a grand total, if my maths are right, of 37.5 miles. Spikey, how do you feel about this?
Well, I'm actually quite excited about actually trying to achieve the end target, to be honest with you, because it's been a while since I've run, and I used to run a lot, but I haven't done it for 2.5 years. So I've been running recently. I've been getting back into the swing of things, and I'm really enjoying it. So
yeah, it's good, isn't it? Because you dropped me a message the other day. You were trying to get me to sign up for some marathons next year. You wanted to do some fundraising, so we might look into that. But I thought I need to do something this year. It was December last year that we ran 4 miles every 4 hours for 24 hours. So this is, like I say, this is going to be starting on Friday the 6th of October at 6 p.m. We're going to start. That will be mile 1.5, and then we are going to run, like I say, through the night, finishing the last run will begin at 5 p.m. Saturday the 7th of October. We will run 3 miles and then host a party. The base camp is going to be my back garden in Kingsdown, and there's going to be a 1.5 mile loop in the village. So in theory, we'll probably be no more than half a mile from home at any one point. We're going to work out a tent. It's not going to be unsupported because we will use the lavatories in my house. We'll probably use the cooking facilities, but as long as it's not peeing it down with rain, we will, in theory, be camping out for 24 hours as well. Spike, you've been back into the running this week. You've done 11 miles in 4 days. How is the body feeling?
A bit rough, to be honest. My thighs are killing me, and my toes are. I had to go and buy new shoes because my other one's a size half smaller. So,
yeah, no, I mean, I'm just going to keep up with my running. I try and run 20, 25 miles a week. You're going to do 2 miles at least once a day in theory, aren't you? Possibly twice. And
I'm going to do it every day.
Good man.
Every day apart. Monday to Friday, it's different weekends, have rest. So.
Yeah, I know. And what we'll do is we'll release content along the way. We'll get on and have a chat. I've got a few guests lined up. Someone's going to come on and talk to me and you about nutrition. We're going to probably try and get Phil and Dean on. They did the 24-hour one with me last time, so we'll get them on and try and get some thoughts off those guys. And we'll just release content. We have got some sponsorship. James at the King's Head and the Port Arms, he has pledged £50 a pub. So they are official sponsors of the run. I am in negotiations with a few other local businesses and people, and anyone who wants to come on board as a official sponsor for the event, please just drop me a message. Of course, there will be a GoFundMe page, or it probably won't be GoFundMe. It's whoever I use for the last one. We will set that up. We're setting a very reasonable target, £500. Everyone's been so generous with my fundraisers the last 2 years. I don't want to set a particularly lofty target and, expect people. We all know life is expensive, credit crunch, financial crisis, whatever you want to do. So, Spike, you've joined me tonight. This is the official release video. This is what you guys are listening, introducing the run. Spike, any final thoughts before we sort of sign off for today, and then we will get on to some more podcast-based content going forward? What's your Give me your initial thoughts, Spike, on how you think running 1.5 miles every 24 hours. Where is this a physical challenge? Is it a mental challenge? Is it a bit of both?
I'd say it's more mental, and I think physically my body's able, but I think it's getting to the point of no return, and your head's thinking I need sleep, and then you got to go no, I've got to go through that and keep beating yourself through it. So it'd be interesting to see well, physically I think I'll be fine, but it's just mentally it's going to play with you because obviously we're going through the night, aren't we?
Yeah,
we've been working all day, and then we go on that. So I think it's going to be more of a mental challenge. Grab a banana, grab a go juice, and go.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, and I think starting in the evening, although it works better for work commitments and everything, and we'll get that night run out of the way, or the night running out of the way. I personally think once the sun's up, it might look after itself a little bit, but the fact that we're running on the hour every hour for basically 24 hours really means if we run a 10-minute mile, that's a plod. So if we're exercising 15 minutes in every hour, that gives us what, 45 minutes sleep if you wanted. It doesn't happen like that. There's time, going to be a bit of prep time before the next run, blah, blah. There's going to be adrenaline pumping after every run. So in my head, I'm not expecting any sleep in 24 hours. And we all know that doesn't do anyone any good. Spike, thanks for popping on to record this video, mate. And what we'll do is, like I say, we'll get podcasts out, we'll get daily videos, we'll get videos on. We're going to talk about running, we'll talk a bit about male mental health, we'll talk a bit about my addictions, we'll talk about everything and the reasons. We know the reasons behind. One of the reasons behind this is my dear old dad, who's no longer with us. Spike, you've got a few personal reasons that you want to do something like this, and we will get into discussing them in the coming days. Cheers for joining me, buddy.
You're welcome, Stu. Thank you very much.